Welcome back to another episode of Kyle Makes Bad Choices. A few weeks ago, me and the boys, we were out on the town, as you do. And I get the sudden urge to bust a groove. So I start dancing, I start bopping, I start jamming, I start jiving. But the boys don't join in. Now, this is a severe breach of boys' protocol, because boys are there for boys. And if the boys aren't jamming with me, are they really boys? So after I evict the boys from the group, I decide to run a little experiment. Do people need to be asked to dance with me? So the test is going to be me dancing outside for 40 minutes twice. One with a sign telling you to join me and one without. And if you haven't picked up on this by now, I'm not a very active person. So in order to make sure I'm in shape for this, I'm going to train up with Ring Fit Adventure. This game is the weirdest fitness game I've ever found, and it's great. You're the best around. No one's gonna try to tame you down. You're the best around. No one's gonna try to tame you down. Because I'll die if I don't. This workout session proved that I was not at all in shape to do what I set out to do. But I did it anyway. I arrive in downtown Exeter around 2 o'clock to find that it's cold as hell and raining. I'm no expert, but I don't think those weather conditions make people want to join someone dancing in public. Nevertheless, I started my timer, put in my good music mix, and I hit that groove. As I started dancing, I immediately realized the terrible implications of what I've agreed to. I would have to do this for another 40 minutes twice. Around 5 minutes into this fiasco, a lovely old woman walked by at the speed of a snail and asked me what I was doing. Not wanting to sacrifice the integrity of this experiment, I said, "my best," to which she didn't respond, and slowly walked away, all while looking at me. A lot of people in cars recognized me, but they didn't seem to bat a second eye once they realized, oh, this is Kyle. This is what he does. 15 minutes into the experiment, the rain started to pick up, but it didn't really mind me because I couldn't distinguish the sweat from my face and the rain on my body. Luckily, around this point, two of my friends arrived and were more than glad to watch me dance in a warm car for the next 30 minutes. To my delight, the timer finished for me with 7 people passing and absolutely no one joining in. Then I had to do that all again. With pain in my chest and tears in my eyes, I embarked with a new sign for round 2 of the experiment. After dancing, I immediately recognized some of my parents' friends in their car driving by. Several people walked by, but none of them noticed or addressed the sign that I had put up. 2 runners came by, and I could visibly notice them trying to avoid eye contact. Eventually, a police cruiser drove by, but luckily bad dancing isn't a crime yet. The worst part of the day came a minute and a half before my timer went off, where my mom's friends from earlier came by to see what I was doing. They thought I had some sort of donation to charity bucket laid out, but nope. I was dancing. I was grooving. I finished the second half with 17 people passing me, none of which danced with me. So it's later, and my chest is really sore. I don't think it's a heart attack. My right arm is also really sore, probably because of all the fist bumping I would do to like cars and stuff passing by. I'm fine now. I didn't change my shirt, but I think the physical toll hurt a lot worse than the emotional toll of that whole experience. So was that the worst experience of my life? No. Was that the best experience of my life? Yes. Well, I'm disappointed that no one danced with me. I think it's important to note the amount of people that expressed their gratitude from their car. You know, people honking, flashing their lights. 5 people recorded me, actually. It was a weird experience having people be like, oh, yeah, you go, guy, having no context to what I'm doing. So no one danced with me, but twice the amount of people showed their gratitude from their car when they saw the sign up. My running theory is because the sign was so small, they assumed it was a charity thing, like a few people that I talked to, and they just wanted to support charity and not some goofball dancing. I think the big conclusion to this project is that we should all never do what I do, ever.